Okay, Brian, you're just getting started on your bike. I'm gathering up parts for it, and anyway, I did a seat trade with one of my other customers. I had a seat that needed your pan, and you needed this one from another bike. So now you have a correct 76 only seat pan. And I had it powder coated. This is very, very, very nice. And then I put the rubbers in it and stuff. So this is ready to go. Then we got you the hinges for the 76. These are really nice. Now you got brand new foam. And I got a 76 seat cover for it. This is for 76 KZ900 only. I think it's the same for 77 KZ900A also. But anyway, this is what you need. So we're going to send this out to the upholstery shop right now, and we'll have some progress soon. I hope you like what you see so far. This is all first class. Thanks. Now we have the 16-inch rear wheel you're talking about. So I've got these Buchanan spokes here, and these are just for your bike, 16-inch. And then here's your, these are stainless steel spokes and stainless steel nipples. We've used these on a couple kits. They're pretty cool. And then here's the rim. We're getting all the polished stuff together because the stuff that your chrome was not too good. The chrome was coming off actually. So what we have is we have the clutch cover. We have a new window here. Some people call it an oil gauge. I call it a window. This is where you find out how much oil you have in it. These go on top of your forks. These are fork filler caps. They go on the top. This is a kickstart cover. This is a new seal and a new gasket for here. This is a polished, genuine point cover. These are the carburetor covers. They go on the top. This is your breather cover. This is the front chain cover, and this is the inspection cover that goes over it with the gasket. It's actually called an oil pump cover because they used to have an oil pump here on the earlier models, 74, 73, but this is not the case for you. But anyway, that's called an oil pump cover. Here's a couple gaskets, an O-ring for the breather. This is a genuine dyno cover. This is nice. And a dyno cover gasket. And of course the inner point housing. Keep in mind this will all look good because we're going to polish it a little bit more, wipe it down when we put it on the bike. But keep in mind this will never in our lifetime go bad because we can always maintain it instead of the chrome coming off. We got a bunch of parts gathered up for your motorcycle, so today's the big day. We're going to start to rip this thing down. So just want to go over some stuff. We're going to take this to our polisher, see if he can do maybe a little something with it. And then we're going to replace some stuff, and I'm going to take this to the powder coater and get the frame done, and we're going to fix you up with a carb job and all the covers and everything. We're going to get rid of all this chrome that's coming off and make it look good. We're going to take your motor apart, vapor blast all the stuff and everything. I look like someone's been in here at one time or another because we got some silicone here on the engine cases. But anyway, someone's been on the left side cover here too with some silicone and stuff. But all in all, the motor appears like it's pretty good. And if you come to the pocket over here in the cylinder head, the oil looks like it's pretty clean. See how you can see through it? This is, I've seen a lot worse. This is not bad. So, and it feels like the crankshaft is nice. There's nothing busted up. Let me know if you want to put the oil cooler back on it or not. Now's the time to let me know on that. But everything looks pretty good. If you come to the left side of the motor here, you can see that this guard is still on. That's a hard part to find, and that usually means the motor's not really been tampered with. Sprocket's a little gooned out on the inside, so we'll replace that because you can feel the wear in the teeth. But all in all, this is nice. This is actually a really nice motor. We're going to come to the frame over here. I've got a sticker coming for you. We're going to put a new VIN sticker on it. We're going to get the frame powder coated. We're going to put new bearings in it. We're going to start cleaning up the wheels. This stuff's got to go. There's no bringing this back. But I have all this stuff here replated. We've got the lines and everything. So we're going to replace all this and powder coat all the parts. But I like the oil cooler. It's not a bad idea to keep that, but let me know if you want to keep it or not. I think it's a good thing. All in all, it looks good. Some of the stuff is really pitted bad, but we'll see what we can do, and we're going to keep her moving. Here, we're going to clean up this paint. And one of the things that I don't like about what's happening here is the tank needs cleaned out. However, when they painted it, you got paint right here on the inside of the tank, and this is starting to come off. So we're going to clean this gas tank out, and we're going to remove the paint from here over. So I don't want any paint over here. We're going to clean up the gas cap and put a new gasket on it, and we're going to try to get all the rust out of the tank and see how nice it looks. But this paint is not that bad. I will send you photos of a green KZ900 paint job that I have that's available. But the bike is just a little dirty. It's nice. Your meter covers. Now these are kind of bad. So I don't know where we're going with this just yet. But we'll cross this bridge here in a few days and we'll talk more about it. It looks like someone's painted them because they usually are the bezels like this all the way around. So what they've done is someone's painted them, but we'll try to clean those up a little bit. It's obviously a 76 original Speedo. It looks like it because it's white on the inside here on where the numbers go. Right, we got some stuff back from the powder coating, and here's your frame. Frame looks pretty good. We've got a new frame decal for the front as we talked, and all this looks pretty good. So we're going to put all this together, and I just want to show you where we're at. There's a little bit of pitting here and there, but I wouldn't worry about that. That's kind of just natural. So this also matches the frame, so this all came together. So I now have the powder coating back. Everything looks pretty good. We had all this, you're missing one of these. This is a helmet hook that goes under the seat, so I'm going to get you one of these. But we took one off of your bike. Battery box this is great. You got some pitting on the bottom, but that's just the way it is. This is a nice battery box. Got your terminal plate here, your motor mounts. This is the stay that goes under your air cleaner for the stock air box. So maybe we'll put that on, maybe not, it depends. This is the bracket that goes in the back under the swing arm, under the battery box. Your triple clamps, your taillight bracket, your caliper, your center stand, all this is looking good. Now the bike needs these reflectors here. These go under the front of the frame, and you didn't have these. And one of the brackets that you had was busted off the frame, as we talked about earlier. So we put that bracket on there. So these are the reflectors that we're going to put on your frame. I have a 900 right behind me, and this is what they are right here. So one on this side, one on the other. So these are for your bike. So I dug these out of our stash. These are your engine cases that we had vapor blasted. They came out pretty nice. The oil pan is very nice. And the cylinder head came out nice. There's no issues, there's no troubles. So we're going to start putting this motor together here very shortly. I've got a nice used genuine brake pedal here for you. I thought you'd like that. This is nice. You can't buy stuff this nice. We got the chain adjuster blocks here replated. We have the powder coated foot peg brackets. Here's your powder coated swing arm. And this is the headlight bucket that I was telling you about. This is how they're supposed to look. So this is a genuine one, powder coated. And then we got the center stand here. And this is ready. So this is just some of the stuff I want to show you where we're at. We're going to have some more news for you soon. I'm going to see how nice this cleans up. I don't know about this. We may have to get you a different one. But we're on a roll, and everything's looking pretty good, and we'll be showing you the paint job here in a few minutes. Okay, Brian, it's about that time. What I got going here is I got two options for you. We got your body parts over here. We wiped them down, cleaned them up a little bit. We're always, I mean, they're kind of dusty now. The inside's nasty, but anyway, this is where you're at. You're gonna get some blemishes. And actually, that bike was green originally because I can see the green underneath here. So anyway, where we're at is we could go this route here. Of course, we're going to clean this up. We've got solvent inside here cleaning the tank out as we speak. And you got a busted screw on, a couple busted screws here. That we can fix all that. It can all be fixed. So do you want to go this route, or do you want to go the original paint look? This is absolute perfect paint right here. Absolutely perfect. So if you're interested in this, I can give you a price. I don't know what they're going to charge me to paint another set. I had this painted for a bike and we just never had a chance to do it. This is nice paint. I'm estimating this paint job is somewhere around $1,400 with yours on exchange. I mean, that's just what they're getting out of the stuff. So you're right around that price. So take a look, see what you think, and we can go from there. Now we're going to talk to you about your exhaust. I talked to my polisher. He can polish this a little bit. I sent him some pictures. Excuse me. So anyway, here's where we're at. He can polish this out a little bit. You're going to have some pits here because the chrome's gone. And you got chrome peeling here like there's no tomorrow. This is going to look not so good. We can always paint it on the inside. But you're going to have issues right here. We can get rid of the bluing. But this pitting right here, I don't see it happening. But I did send him pictures. And we can make it look better than it is. But it's not going to be as nice as the quality of your motorcycle. I have an option. Also, here's your header or the collector. Now, if you listen, you can hear some shaking. Hear that? Okay, it's full of rust. And you can watch the rust come out like this. Okay, so this is never going to be nice. I mean, if you had a cheap bike, I would say this is probably good, but that's not really the case here. Now I've got another header here that was on a bike for about not even 50 miles, and the guy decided that he wanted to put the stock pipes back on the bike. Now the stock pipes is an option for your motorcycle. We can put the stock 4 pipes on it for like $1,500. Or I have a Vance and Hines pipe here that is nice. I mean, I still got some polishing compound on it and stuff that we gotta get off. But outside of that, I mean, we can clean this up a little bit. This is nice. I mean, it's real nice. And this, like I said, this has less than 50 miles on it. And it's nice. I don't know what, I can't say anymore. It's just nice. I would cut you a bone on this. This is probably about 3.5. And this is like new. So I'll let you make the call. I want to go over a few things. We replaced the front fender, rebuilt your front brake caliper, put new hoses on it, put the new spokes in it, stainless steel spokes with stainless steel nipples, changed the rim, put a Kenda tire on it, polished these out, cleaned up your forks, put new boots on it, new fork seals, cleaned this stuff up a little bit, changed some of the bolts, changed your headlight bucket. We put these chrome covers on here because your gauges were in bad shape underneath, so this covers up the bad black stuff. Now the gauges, as you can see, got some stuff from the inside out, inside the lenses. If you want to take care of this, you got to rebuild the gauges, and you're going to be looking somewhere around $600 to do that for genuine gauges. That's an option, but that's up to you. But this looks pretty good as is. This is your key stuff. Everything's pretty good shape. We changed this bolt here, these bolts here, the handlebar bolts. We make all this stuff here. So you got a powder coated top clamp, powder coated lower clamp. Hilo painted your switches here and rebuilt them, so everything's pretty nice. This is the genuine powder coated clutch lever bracket. 1 year only because you don't have the switch here for the clutch safety. You can see we changed your headlamp brackets, the turn signal stems, and the turn signals. We got a nice boot on here with the ribs. That was original. This is a new master cylinder. These are only like 50 bucks or so, and we couldn't rebuild and paint yours for that kind of money. Okay, and then you have your decal here. Also, as you requested, we have the oil cooler, as you can see right there. Okay, so all the wiring is getting pretty nice. Then, underneath the battery box here, this is all powder coated and everything. This is a Rick's Electric solid state regulator rectifier. And we cleaned this up here. Still got a little crack right here and stuff, but this is pretty nice. So this has been kind of cleaned up nice. We changed the grab bar. This is replated. We got a new fender on here. New turn signal stems, new turn signals, new rear fender. This is all powder coated. This is all cleaned up nice. Still got the Wisconsin tag from 2000. Now these are, if you come to this side of the motorcycle, you're going to see the shocks. These are replated chrome springs, and these are your shocks. We took these all apart, blasted these up, and polished these out. These are our bolts here. We've changed your rear sprocket. These are all new lock tabs, replated studs, new nuts. All the stuff is replated, new bearings, everything. And the chain adjusters have been replated, the axle's been replated. All this is replated stuff. So then we have for you here new grommet kit for your side covers. So everything's looking pretty good. It's your beautiful, gorgeous motor. Inside is perfect, nice crankshaft. We blew out all the passageways with water, power water. This is all nice. What you see is what you're gonna get, and this is all pretty nice. So Hilo had all this clutch apart. He had the transmission apart. So this is all looking pretty good. So we're in the process right now of putting this all together. So if you got any comments or anything, let us know. And as we talked, your best investment's that Vance and Hines pipe for the 350. That's what I would strongly suggest. Got the motor in. All the hardware is gorgeous. We've got the Rick's Electric in here, getting ready to wire it in. Here's your shocks that we talked about. Everything's starting to come together. It's all looking good. So Right now, Hilo's doing a valve job on the motorcycle. So it's nice, it's spotless. Think about what you want to do with the paint. And I'm supposed to meet with the painter today and talk to him about possibly touching up your old paint. So I'll get back with you later on today and tell you where we're at. So this is our little rig here for doing this head and stuff. So if you come to the motor over here, got all the right bolts in here. All the right bolts. This is all nice. And then obviously we cleaned up your pistons and everything. Everything's looking good. This is all replated stuff. Got the nice pin in here and everything. Still have some work to do, but this is nice. Very nice. So here's our, we're kind of moving along on this bike here real quick. So tell us what you want to do here on this paint. You can tell me if it's presentable enough. No one will see this with the seat shut. You got some marks back here. You got a few marks here and there, but it's a nice period paint job. I mean, you know, it's presentable. It could be cleaned up. But you got a lot of nicks here and there. A lot of nicks. Same here. Kind of a major one here, but I mean, I think it look okay as is. We can still clean it up a little bit more than we have. We have juice inside the tank, so we're making sure all the rust is always going to be gone. So the tank needs a little cleanup, but we've been on it a little bit, so it's got some nice shine. It's not a horrible paint job, but your bike is super, super nice. So we're going to let it be your choice, but my mechanic is he's about that point. So let us know. Thanks. I guess we'll start at the front. Show you how nice the front end is, how nice the forks are, how nice the caliper is, how nice the fender is, everything. I mean, it's nice. Let's look at your paint job. We put your old paint job on. We kind of cleaned it up a little bit. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know how far we want to go with it. You need some new screws put in here because I think you got some broken screws inside here. So I mean, depending on where you want to go with that, we can talk about that. Let me know how you feel about that right away, because we can always drill these out and probably re-tap them and see if we can come up with some new emblems. See how the paint's coming off. Got your sticker on the frame. This is all replated. This is all how you had it, basically. We got your oil cooler on there where we redid all that. We polished out your cam cover here on the end. It's got our new bolts. Of course, we're not done yet. We got the hose run out from the back of the breather. We got rid of those rusty chrome covers you have. Put polished stuff on. You got your nice bracket here for the header. So much detailing. So much detailing. And of course, as I said before, we're not done. These are the shocks that we put re-chrome springs on for you. These are your original shocks. We just redid them all. Pretty nice bike. Got the Kenda tires on it. If you go to the tail section here, there's like a little scratch here. Over on this side, there's very minor scratches. There's still some bubbles in the paint where he painted it. On the side cover here, we have a couple of marks here and there. But I think his paint job is pretty nice. But we are happy to have the guy redo it for you or put another paint job on, which will be your option. This is obviously your cheapest way out. Got a little mark here from probably a cable or something down the line. So if we're going to go to this side here, your foot pegs and everything all replated, all redone, new chain guard, pingle petcock. there's still some blemishes on the paint here. My opinion, I'd probably leave this paint job on there and let it go. It's not bad. Of course, we taped up the grips because we don't want grease on them and stuff. But here's your 16-inch wheel. Your center stand's all set up, ready to go. So I think you got a pretty nice ride here. And if you go underneath the seat, you can see what we did here. We had this all powder coated with new seat foam. I mean, we're still missing parts, but that's just because. So we have, we're gonna put this part on right here. Okay, this is a 1976 KZ900 that we did for a customer in Wisconsin. His name's Brian. Brian's had the bike for forever and a day, and he brought it down to us, and we did a total cosmetic restoration. We didn't touch the paint. We cleaned up the paint, but we didn't paint it. This was a paint job that his deceased friend did for him years ago. I've never seen a paint job like this. This is a really cool classic 70s stuff for the guys that are riding the K900s. We've done our normal restoration routine on it, where we've rebuilt the carburetors, had the motor down all the way, did the vapor blasting of the motor. It does have the Kenda retroactive tires on it. And we also put a 16-inch hog wheel on the back, which was what he had in the back in the day, like that. We had some springs here re-chromed. This bike could be brought back to stock very easy, or it could be a nice everyday cruiser hot rod, as you see it right here. This is a really happening bike. With the exception of we have a sealed battery in it now, that we're experimenting with a new size sealed battery for these. Used to be you couldn't get a battery for these, and we've come up with a battery for it now. And this is all just like was original from the factory. Got all the stuff polished out. Everything is plated. Nice details of the bike, including our front brake line, the rebuilding of the caliper, the cleaning up of the front brake rotor. We changed some parts around on it. It's got a Kawasaki oil cooler on it, which we redid. This is really cool. Those are hard to find. So, with the exception of the air filters and the petcock and the paint, this is a pretty nice motorcycle. This could be a really nice restored stock bike. If you come over to this side of the bike, you can see we fit a Vance and Hines pipe to it. These are our valve cover bolts that we make. Polished out all this covers and everything. Now we showed earlier how we put the correct seat on it and stuff. This is brand new foam, brand new seat cover. This is the right seat for it because 76 didn't have the stay. So this is all redone. This is nice. This is nice. And we've got a battery here sitting on its side, no vent tube. So we've got this mounted in here. Now the reason why this is not politically correct, because it should have I believe it's a YB10LA2 battery, but we can't get that battery without a vent tube on it. And new batteries are a lot better than the old batteries, because some of the old batteries used to vent through the caps, some of them vented through the vent tube, and when you get that mess from the oil, or the battery oil, or the acid, or you want to call it, it takes the paint off everything, it takes the chrome off everything, and it's just a mess. So this is our new solution here. So, and we also has the right latches and everything. This is a cool bike. All the stuff's been redone. All the stuff is been replated. very, 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 very nice motorcycle. We got all the rust out of the tank. We had Ace powder coating do the painting of the frame, the powder coating of the frame. I mean, this is a totally gorgeous, knockout, beautiful hot rod from back in the 70s. It's about what everybody wanted, you know. And this is kind of what they look like, because the first thing everybody did was they put a different exhaust on it, put the little air cleaners on it, put the oil cooler on it, all the little stuff that made them into hot rods is what they did. So I think our customers are going to love this motorcycle. We got 21 miles on it. I'm going to try to ride it at least 100 miles before we return it. But it's very nice. So we'll keep you posted. If we have any trouble with it ever, we'll tell you all the experiences that we have for the first 100 miles. This is the starting procedure of the bike. I don't believe the motor's been started up today. So we install these fuel valves called Pingle. It's the safest thing out here. It used to be back in the day these were cheap bikes, but they're not so cheap anymore, so we really don't need a fire. So in the middle is reserve on this particular one, and all the way over here is on. I like to run them on reserve just because. Okay, so now I'm going to come up here. This is an old key switch. So you can't jam it all the way down in there. Up a little bit like that, and it turns on. So I'm going to put the choke on for a second. I always pull the clutch in just in case. The neutral light does work, but I like to pull the clutch in just in case. We'll let it warm up a little bit before I ride it. There's no smoke or anything in the motor. Horn works. Signals are working. Right signal's working. Lights are on. How about a high-low? High-low working?
Yes.
Okay, how about a brake light switch?
We got it.
You know, sometimes it's a good thing to check on your motorcycle while you're letting it warm up, especially an air-cooled bike. Just kind of check, see what's happening before you ride it, let it warm up a little bit. Good running bike. Got a little squeak in the rear brake. We'll try to see what happens to get that to go away. I'm gonna ride it some more and get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But all in all, it's pretty cool. So I hope you like it, and